Pree Dis is brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen, Swiss Mambo Sauce, the Everything Sauce, Swiss Barbecue Jerk Sauce, and the True Pet Food, Simply Better Pet Food.
Hey Pree Dis fam, it's your girl Raven, and of course I'm filling in for Naldo for this week's episode of Pree Dis. Coming up on the next half hour, we have lots of entertainment and lifestyle content for you. But of course, we're here in Portmore, and of course, you know it's Portmore for sure, so stick and stay. They brought the house down recently at Soundcheck, Armanii and Friends. And of course, the ladies went wild. We have the highlights. Let's check it out.
You'll never find a better person. Put it on my life. You'll never find a better person.
When you're out with your friends, I'll be lurking. Remember times in the past used to curb me. Yeah, girl, tell me where you are. Not talk truth, take a cheap straight to.
Wait, hold on. Boy, girl, I say you're versatile. With the face, body, hotter than the cursing night. Say you want ball and the one person type. You see the whip in the dark when you're walking up. Who would have done it when you're talking? So you'll be up, be your back. So baby, tell me how you feel. You want money.
How you felt about being on stage?
Oh yeah, to be honest with you, it's not my first time performing live, but this was definitely my best.
Why did you say it was your best?
Me enjoy. Like that's how I'm ever say. Me enjoy. Like me never come off of the stage. You see me?
It was really just, to send over a new message that we're here to stay. You can't put your faith in us. You can, I'm here. I'm Armanii. That is the message.
How you felt about having the camp on stage with you, supporting your whole movement tonight? How did that feel?
This is stardom, so it's what we do. It's loyalty, trust, all of that built in one. So trust them enough to show up, trust them enough to do what them to do. And all of it just show out, Them brother them. I know one little sister, so yeah. I always wanted to do something like this, acoustic performance, just bands and my music and fans outside vibing. That is always. I even wanted to do one for YouTube and on my page, and then this just when them say, oh, I could, yeah man, never ask. Yeah. Just go ahead.
You spoke about getting your first son.
Yeah.
Is he also your first child?
Yeah, first son. Yeah.
How has fatherhood changed you? How have you settled into the new role?
Maturity, man. Maturity. Love. As I heard daddy love you.
How did you feel when Hard Facer took off? Did you expect the song to become as big as it is?
No, man, keep it real with them. Even I go around the corner and say, yeah, man, no. Never expect it. I expect it to be, just a normal song, a trend for a week, and then we have to put in work again and get the next one. But I never expect it to be this big, Million streams in 2 weeks. Good. You think it's good?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that is it.
Follow-up singles, what's next coming out of the musical lab?
Alright, so we have Pounds coming up next. We have a few more joints with, in-circle producers. But that's the energy. Whatever the energy, whatever direction the energy say, yo, this way I push, that's what we're doing. So that's the energy we're dealing with, For the summer, definitely, we have a summer. Believe me, nobody knows safe.
How did it feel to be on stage tonight? What was going through the whole performance for you?
One of them big words, the electric. I like. Yeah, the bad. Man, I tell you, like, I ain't get to rehearse or no nothing, and the energy did great.
It was crazy. It was great, actually. And I was so happy that everybody was singing my song. Yeah. Feel nice, man.
Yeah, like. Good
energy.
And it was good to see the turnout. Like Jetti said, him never get any time to perform, but we'll make sure run through him set with the band so them know how I go on, Mm-hmm. So it was still great performance. Proud of everybody, Spida and Jet, It was a good performance. Thanks to everybody who come out, Yeah.
And those were the highlights from Soundcheck. Now, after the break, we meet former beauty queen who is doing great things in music. So while you guys check out these advertisements, I'm going to go ahead and check out this drive-through pharmacy.
I compare it. What bitter means to me, it means respect. Yeah. From you a top man. Respect the bitter with the real top brand. So when them say bitter, that just mean life I get better. Respect the bitter. 18 years or older to drink responsibly.
She wore the crown of Miss Universe Jamaica East a few years ago. Singer AnnaleaX just dropped her debut album, Alter Ego. Let's hear more in our Up Next segment.
Up Next is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge.
We don't have to talk too much, I like the way you touch me. When the sun come up, I want you right beside me. Elevated love, so put your fire on me.
AnnaleaX, welcome to Pree Dis show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Good to have you. Now, how did music become an interest for you?
I don't know, all of my life, from I was just a young girl, my mom has been singing and she really influenced me a lot with that aspect, and I really enjoy music and writing, so for me it's like a part of my life. My first experience in a studio was in 2016-2017. I recorded a track called Let Me Show You with Kev Star Records.
What was that experience like for you?
It was very exhilarating, and even though it was my first experience, it was quite professional.
And now my body's on fire. I can feel it in my soul. You got me on fire for your loving.
How has the journey been for you since then, musically?
Since then, the musical journey for me has been so great. It's been growing exponentially, like in every way possible that I can imagine. I've met so many different people. I've worked with so many interesting and very successful people already, and I'm so excited to continue this journey.
Tell me how the concept for Alter Ego came about.
So the concept for Alter Ego actually came about from me wanting to kind of explore different aspects of myself, and also to share that with other people so that people could listen to my album and kind of find like something there that resonates with them.
Who are some of the producers that you worked with on Alter Ego?
So with Alter Ego, I worked with Scott Storch, Vinny Vendito.
The Scott Storch?
Yes, I have. He's actually the executive producer for the album.
You got me on fire, 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 fire for your loving.
How many tracks, and are there any collaborations?
So it's 12 tracks, and currently no, I don't have any collaborations. Well, actually no, that's not true. I have one collaboration, which is with Urban Mystic and Yanique Bacchas. We are on a track called Don't Worry, which is the rendition of the Bob Marley song, Three Little Birds.
What was that experience like working with Scott Storch?
Wow, that experience for me was so inspirational. He is very knowledgeable. He is also so easygoing, and I really appreciated the fact that he invited me into his space. He made it very comfortable for me and very easy to work with.
What would you like to accomplish with Alter Ego?
With Alter Ego, I would really love to accomplish just people getting to know me and getting to see different aspects of who I am and what I can deliver.
Cause if I fire you warm, I want give you the sauce. No one for ease off, me can't cool off. Want see you often burning, keep it scorching, touching.
What sets you apart?
I think what sets me apart was actually my previous experience with the pageants. So being on stage for 8 years has really taught me how to like perform. So when I'm on stage, I think I have a presence that many people probably, it takes them more years to develop that kind of presence. So for me, I think I've already had like a step in the door to kind of put myself forward on stage and perform and engage with the crowd. Musically, I want to be recognized internationally. I want to be seen as that person. You know how Sean Paul is like in that space? I want to be like the Jamaican Sean Paul. And Dua Lipa is like one of my biggest inspirations internationally in terms of where I'd like to be. I think she's a good example for that space that I'm trying to be in.
DJ Kurt Riley is a veteran in the music game, so we caught up with him to learn about his musical journey in our Mix Master segment.
Mix Masters is brought to you by Magnum Tonic Wine. Take charge of things anytime, anywhere.
Early morning low, she get it good from she rise, but put it on so good I make she shake all she ties. Smile upon her face, me know she pleased with this eye. Come in around to me, them gyal a roll out them eye.
Kurt Riley, good to have you this week on our Mixmaster segment. How did your musical journey begin?
Mom was a nurse. My father, singer, songwriter, producer. And for some strange reason, I was just drawn to music. So when Daddy would travel, he would bring music from other parts of the world. And man, they run out passport like so, you know. Being around Daddy with the production and then follow him to the dance hall and the sound systems and meeting the Stone Loves and the Geminis and a freak and some other people. And I'm just there looking in them because I'm not supposed to be there. I'm too young.
What was the first event that you played at as a DJ?
It was the year 2000 at a club called Club 2000. I was working on Fame. I play at night time. Nobody not really listen to me.
Pretty gonna feel your time this again.
Which do you enjoy most, playing at an event or working on the radio?
I remember one time on the radio playing, and I could have swear me look on 3,000 people in front of me. And Francois came to the studio, came down and said, "Yo, is a radio on, you know? Take time. Just calm down." Because I'm in the AC in there, it's supposed to be cold. I'm in the sweat like crazy, man. I jump on a gutter. I literally seeing 3,000 people in front of me. So it's like, I found myself playing for who I was seeing in my brain, forgetting says radio in my depan. So, I had to try and strike a balance with radio and party. So sometimes I don't feel a difference.
It's all about the food when we return from the break.
Ray and never feel we culture. Yo!
New beginning, we winning, so share our spirit where you're living, yeah.
Share it.
I make we all a one bar, you don't know we come from far.
From far, anytime we red feel we country. Rare rum, it have to come with we.
No matter with the bad vibes.
Poor rare rum, a celebration time.
I feel we culture. Make we show ya. Jamaican culture.
Ray and nephew overproof, and we just a do it for we culture.
Drink responsibly.
The food was so good we had to bring you more. In our PAN Di Fyah segment, we return to Couples San Souci to hear more about their restaurant offerings.
PAN Di Fyah is brought to you by Housekeeper Aluminum Foil. Keep it fresh, secure, and store your food with Housekeeper Foil and Cling Wrap. Affordable and strong. Landher Service Disinfectant Spray and Landher Oven Grill and Stovetop Cleaner. What is so special about the Casanova restaurant here at Couples San Souci?
The Casanova restaurant is one of the most sought-after restaurants here on the property. We get raving reviews from the guests. They love the steak, the lamb. They talk about the rabbit that we do. And the open concept we have where they can see into the kitchen, how we're preparing the food. All of this, it appeals to the guests.
What's on the menu here? What can we expect to welcome us when we dine here?
Once you come to the Casanova restaurant, you can find a lobster bisque. We do 2 menus. So on tonight, like a Saturday night, we change over to our first menu that runs until Monday, and then on Wednesday and Thursday we do another menu. Tonight you'll find the local pepper pot soup and a lobster bisque, which is very popular among the guests. You can find tenderloin or lamb rack. We have vegetarians such as plantain crostini, and among a lot of other dishes. The desserts also are very popular for the guests, and you can see this on our reviews. So we get a lot of compliments.
Talk to me about your prep.
Our prep. So the team comes in from around 12 or 1 o'clock, and we pretty much do our setup between that time, and then we open at 6:30. So 6:30 is when we do service time. So by that time we have to have pretty much everything ready to go, and everything is cooked a la carte. We do our preppings for the soup. The soup is ready, the sauce is already. The meats are seasoned, so it gets some time to marinate, so that when we're cooking, everything is coming out fresh to the guests.
I came to Jamaica 40 years ago. I came here in Jamaica as an executive sous chef, actually, employed by the Wyndham Hotels. At the time, I worked in both the Wyndham in Kingston and the Wyndham in Montego Bay. After that, I got employed by the Super Club family, and I started to work at Couples San as an executive chef. And during that period, I was able to, really show my talents in the culinary art. I was involved a lot in the culinary art. I won 3 times the Chef of the Year at the time, in 89, 91, and 93. I was the captain of the Jamaican culinary team for several years, entering competitions in Las Vegas, New York, Atlanta, in Jamaica, of course. I won many gold medals and awards. And now I've been here at Couples San Souci as the general manager for the last 25 years. Here, of course, we kept a very high standards in the food in our restaurants. Right now we feature 5 different restaurants, 3 gourmet restaurants, 2 beach grills. Casanova that we are right now sitting down was just a recent creation of Couple Resort. Myself and our corporate chef, Stefan Spa, we work together and design with Mrs. Issa, the owner of the Couples Resorts. We redesigned this entire restaurants, and we feel extremely proud right now. It's working very well. Our guests really enjoy this kind of new concept. We feature a very nice menu. It is a Mediterranean fusion. So we use a lot of the European techniques of the cooking. That's what we do, overall with couples. But we include a lot of the local ingredients, So that is what we feature in, and we're doing extremely well. We have, of course, Palazzina, where Chef Morris was with you earlier on. And we have Bella Vista, that is kind of a double-side restaurant. During the day, it is our main beach grill, but during the night, we turn it into an Asian restaurant. Our response to our guests of our quality of the food is always very good, and we keep doing, on using a lot of fresh food. Jamaican is able to produce that for us, and we are able to incorporate it into our menus.
We call them mongrel dog, but they're actually the Jamaican Terrier. We hear more in our True Tip of the Week.
It's now time for your True Tip of the Week, brought to you by True Pet Food.
Jamaican Terriers. Talk to us about this breed of dog.
So that's what we like to call, we don't like to use the word mongrel because it has a negative connotation. People might say they don't want a mongrel, but when you say something like a Royal Jamaican Terrier, they're like, ooh, that's fancy. They range in size, color, shape, everything. Texture, yeah, hair length, everything. And we always tell people it is very rare that we know what the parents of our dogs look like. So when they ask us what mixes it, it's a Royal Caribbean Terrier, a Royal Jamaican Terrier. That's the mix.
Why does the average person gravitate more towards this breed of dog?
I know they are sturdy. They're very hardy dogs. As you can see how many of them survive on the streets and if they make it to adulthood, they're tough. And a lot of the times they're living with various parasites and stuff, and they're still walking around. So they're sturdy dogs. They're not, because of their wide mix of DNA, they're not as prone to certain genetic diseases that other dogs would be prone to. Like a German Shepherd is more prone to hip problems, and Shih Tzu mixes are more prone to breathing problems, and certain breeds are more prone to cancers. Not that they can't get those types of things and progressive illnesses, but the very specific genetic things that affect other certain breeds don't necessarily affect our dogs. They're sturdier. They're also low maintenance. They more than likely do not need to go to a groomer monthly and get groomed. I mean, a bath, sure. You know, bathe them, keep them nice and clean and whatever. But they don't need this monthly maintenance of going and getting trimmed necessarily. Brush them, bathe them every month or so, or however often as you want if they live inside your house. Trim their nails, brush their teeth. Yes, make sure they have their dentals twice a year, once a year. Give them treats that help clean their teeth, or toys that help keep their teeth clean. Keep them up to date on flea and tick prevention so they don't have any skin issues going on. Good food and a safe environment, and that's really all they need. They're very low maintenance.
Are they loyal dogs?
They are. So they're very trainable, and they're smart dogs. They're very smart.
The True Tip of the Week was brought to you by True Pet Food.
On the flip side of the break, it's our Vox Pop feature and more. Stay tuned.
There are lots of reasons to believe in a dog food brand. Great nutrition, great price, and your dogs love the taste. But what if it's also made for Caribbean dogs? No artificial colors or flavors, with an eye on the environment, so we only use paper bags. Then you will be just as happy as your dog, truly. It's true, we love dogs.
Make cleaning easier for you with Lanher.
The year was 2015 when singer Romain Virgo teamed up with Agent Sasco for the hit song Fade Away. But what was it that inspired the song? Romain joins us to share the backstory in our Fiwi Culture segment.
Fiwi Culture is powered by Ray White Overproof Rum. Fiwi Culture.
This is Romain Virgo, and I want you to listen out for the story behind Fade Away. Well, Fade Away, you know, I got a rhythm, you know, one time, around that time, from a friend of mine, Riff. You know, at that time he was recording, I think, Jackie on the rhythm as well. I didn't finish my song in time for him to put out the rhythm, and the rhythm went out. You know, so the melodies was already there that I was vibing from this rhythm, you know, and I came up with the chorus for Fade Away, Dirty I Can Sweep It Broom. And I was there just singing over the chorus, you know, to myself in the car, wherever I was driving, and listening to the rhythm. And I called Nick and I was telling him that, you know, I'm listening to the song, but I feel like I wanted the song to be a collaboration. I said that the only two voices that I'm hearing, well, three at the time, I was saying it was gonna either be Buju Banton or Assassin, Sasco, and if not, then Busy. So we link up Sasco and told him that we have a song. He came by Nico. That was after we, you know, created the rhythm for it with Nico and thing, you know, and we were by the studio, we recorded the chorus, and we told him that we have this song and we want him to come and just listen to it if him like it and want it to be a part of a collab. And him say, yeah man, and him come through, pass through. The moment him hear the chorus, he must say, yo, you know, me have a little vibe in my head right now, me I think up like, you know, and he was just there humming, and the next thing we know, him ground, because you know Sasco is a different kind of being whenever it comes down to, you know, recording and lyrics. I knew that the song would become something powerful because this was now our first, me and Sasco, our first recording together. It grew on people, you know, I would say, especially after we put out the music. We did a music video for it, You know, the song over the years, you know, performing it on different stage shows. And the beauty about, you know, making collabs too, it is a next strategy that myself and Nico we use is not to just do a collab because, you know, two big names that you think would work, but two voices that you know, if one is not present, then the next one can still do the song and still promote the song. We believe it is a good strategy.
They are like the trees we can't bloom. They shall show it.
And you know, over time we watch it grow and grow and grow, and the more we go out there and sing and just perform this song, you know, whether together or, you know, separately, we see the growth. You know, sound systems around the world were just reaching out. They wanted the dub plate, and it just became one big, you know, powerful song over time. You know, so it shows that if you believe in something from scratch, if you say that this is what you want, go for it. You know, it might not go exactly how you wanted it. You know, maybe it could have turned out to be that, you know, Busy was the person or Buju was the person that ended up on the track, but at least you go with the mindset that you had. If it's not this person, then it's this person. And yeah, it turned out to be one of the most beautiful songs now, most powerful songs in my catalog.
And there is no bad mind unto good, they shall slowly fade away.
Should Jamaica remove the British monarchy as head of state, and why? Members of the public share their views in our Why Pree Vox Pop segment.
Why Pree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
Well, me not too enough for them politics business, so me not too whether we say yes or no, cause I don't know. For them things not really a concern because we, as we call it, a small fries to for them big things. So whether they want to, yes or no, we don't feel the pressure. We not gain nothing from it. You see me?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Get rid of the old and forge a new.
I don't see them, I don't know what nothing for we still, brother. So, from then on, I don't know, it makes sense because we still there in a poverty, we have to try out our own. So, it makes sense, brother. So, that's a real thing, right, you know? But we just go and fight it off our own like we continually do, you know?
It don't matter now, so as far as it don't matter.
So you feel like they should keep it?
They should keep it. You can't keep it because independent, yes, I know it don't matter, so.
So you don't feel like the country would do a little bit better independent or?
You can't keep it. Are we though? Are we independent? So I don't think we can even manage, so well, yeah.
So you feel like they should?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. Of course, because watching now, them say we independent from 1962, I mean, I see whisper we independent. I improving slavery, I call that. Yeah, my boy, so that's why you get me.
We speak about independence in Jamaica, right? But right now, I don't think so, because I don't see the difference it makes. Because they say we are independent, but we're still dependent on other foreign countries to actually aid us in different ways. I think we're still under the British, well, we are partially still, but we are still a better country. So it doesn't make a difference if we move or not. They just need to stick under that regime and actually try to get it back to where it was before.
Are we able to fully function? And in certain scenarios where a neutral body is needed to determine certain outcome, I think sometimes it's beneficial because there's pros and cons to it. When it comes on to persons politicizing certain things, a neutral body is needed that can give a decision that is beneficial to both parties from an objective standpoint.
It's like, are we benefiting from them? So would I like more information on that before I can answer that question. Because sometimes when they look at things at the surface, some people will say, oh, we want to be independent and whatever, but do we have the resources to be independent, you know? So it all depends on how we are benefiting from them now.
Why Pree is brought to you in partnership with Campari. Campari, respect the bitter.
It's time for the biggest chart in Jamaica. It's the Magnum Top 10 chart. And let's see if Big Breeze by Squash is still at number 1.
So let me day a shopping all this time. Yo, tutti tell a hear the tone say I'm a black man there. Check me out, me not right from them.
And me sell a coffee like with a bunks night dark.
Shotty rum ram. Hosanna, she call me the Godfather. That rifle. Sweep 620. Me buy a girl champagne recipe. Me pull up her 20 matic as far. When so me be very hard, fiesta. Zip it up there, zip it up there. Zip it up there.
Them here 6 till 12. Big breeze hot like summer.
Hot as his back. Big breeze, man in a them town. Yeah, the 6 real. Tell them
Sad to say, but that's it for this week's episode of a Pree Dis show. Naldo will be back next week. But until next time, it's your girl Raven saying, stay safe. Being a girl is not easy, okay? Walking in heels, where all of them is wearing flats.
Pree Dis was brought to you in partnership with Magnum Tonic Wine, Take Charge, Ray White Overproof Rum, Fui Culture, Campari, Respect the Bitter, JF Mills, the heart and soul of your kitchen.